That's Sonic. Lord have mercy. So yeah. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what's going on in California right now. With all these businesses closing down and all these restaurants closing down and losing fast food places because the minimum wage was raised up, and because crime has basically become legal in California, you can't really prosecute. So how do y'all feel about the minimum wage and things like that?
So I don't know too much about that. What did they raise it? Did they lower it? What did they say?
The governor McGavin, I believe his name is, raised minimum wage to 20 or 25 an hour in California. I think it was 20 an hour, 20 or $25 an hour.
Is that only in California?
That's only in California.
Gotcha.
I'm glad he can only
raise California is the cost of living.
That's high. Yes, high.
Yes.
Yes, high.
So that's, to us here in Texas, that's good, right?
Yes.
That's excellent.
Woo.
That's good money. But them in California, I still believe they still will be working from paycheck to paycheck. It's still not enough for what they have to do there for their cost of living.
Well, what's going on is if you have over a certain amount of franchises, you have to raise your minimum wage today. And so I just think that it's such a catch-22, because you want people to be able to live and afford to at least have a 1-bedroom apartment efficiency or something. But at the same time, you're raising the minimum wage, that what those businesses are going to do is either cut out workers or cut hours, or what a lot of them are doing are just closing up shop and leaving California.
Yes. Yeah.
So
and when they're coming, it's a good old Houston, Texas.
Oh gosh, we done with we got no more room in Houston. We full. No, but I heard a lot of people say they were leaving after the hurricane. They was like, we leaving Houston. I was like, good. Like, bye. No, but no, I think it's just
we have a caller.
Oh, go ahead.
We have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hello, thank you for calling.
Hello, how y'all doing, good people? Get into good vibe, blessings upon the people.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. This is Brother OT.
Okay. Hey, Brother OT.
How y'all doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
I just want to chime in and give some food for thought and soul for the.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Don't remind him it's a 30-minute talk show.
Yeah, that's a good word, man. That's raw and uncut right there.
Yeah. I'm like speechless, like.
By the recap it.
Yeah, no, we like I said, we thank you for your call there, brother OT, and yeah, no, we appreciate you for listening. You make good points there. There definitely does have to be a changing of the guard, and understand there are some corrupt politicians out there who, like you said, want to just fill their stomachs and their pockets and things like that. That's why the emphasis needs to be on voting. We got to get out there and vote. I think the brother Don Shagan said it has to start at the state, the local and state level, so we can make changes. So the change can just start, you know what I mean? And so a lot of people, we do sit on the sideline and just talk about it. But if we truly want to make an impact and truly want change to occur, we got to challenge them. And the one way to do that is to vote, get in there and vote. So definitely, we appreciate your call there. I'm not sure if did he hang up on there, or are you still there, or? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, just exercise your right, man. Exercise your vote. Keep taking a stand against the nonsense. Sounds like you're grounded in the word. So stay in that. Stand for justice and what's right. And I think the more of us who do that, I think the more that should hopefully start rubbing off. And you sound like you're on fire. So hey, hopefully you get those around you on fire, and then we can keep we can hopefully impact and make change. So. All right, well, you just spoke the benediction, so.
I know, right?
Right. But can I say something to what you just said,
Yeah.
OT? The thing about it is, God also says that, when he called his people, and if they turn from their wicked ways, who are his people, he's talking to the body of Christ. He's talking to us.
Sure.
When we turn from our wicked ways, then he will heal the land. So he's talking to us. Because some of us, we call on God all the time. sitting, and some of us in politics calling on God, but we have wicked ways. So it's up to us to turn from those things, and God will heal the land from there.
She spoke it well. You did as well. That's it. It does. We have to turn from our wicked ways. That's pretty much what it is. That's from the top down. We got to vote as well, but we got to be led by the Spirit, and that's pretty much what it is. It's all in God's hands, but He tells us the way to do it and how to have an impact. But we got to be obedient. We have to have be pure at heart, and our intentions have to be pure, man. It's a lot of people do things for and have ulterior motives, and it's a lot of times it's centered around greed and self self gratification, self glory, and so I think once that changes, change will come. So that's a good word. Like I said, I definitely appreciate you for calling in and with your input. Keep listening, stay on fire, and keep just stay on that path. So definitely. All right. Well, yeah, appreciate your call, man. All right, take care. Mid-sentence, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't. My hand was just like, boop. I didn't mean to do that.
Recap. What are we talking about?
Like I said, for those who we had a caller in, he was fired up. He was talking about the changing of the guard, talking about the corruption or some of the corruption that goes on in politics. He felt that some of the current politicians are more concerned with filling their pockets, filling their stomachs, things like that, opposed to looking out for the people. And so he mentioned, just a changing of the guard. He comparing the old way to how the new way or how it should be. And, it's through prayer, through doing the right things, through turning from our wicked ways, and things like that. So y'all can chime in at any point and recap, because he said a lot. And what else? Yeah, what would you add to that?
Well, what I would say is, what I got out of what he was saying is, it made me think about in civil rights movement and times like that. Look at the leaders we had.
Yeah.
We had Malcolm. We had Martin Luther King. We had the Black Panther leaders. Before that, we had people like Marcus Garvey, people like that. We even had presidents like John F. Kennedy, who was trying to do some positive things. He wasn't perfect, but he was trying to do some positive things. And I just fast forward to today, to who the leaders are today. They're basketball players, they're rappers, they're, who are the people that are truly our community voices. And the reason why those people are important is because they bridge the gap between the government and the people in the community. That's why the community leaders were important. Mm-hmm. And I look at it in church today. Mm-hmm. I learned in my experience in the church that I grew up in, I learned the importance of, or it was shown to me the importance of the bridging of the gap between the seniors in the church and the young people in the church. That middle age group was important.
Yeah.
I became to understand the importance of that middle age group bridging the gap between the seniors and the youth people in the church. And I seen when that middle age group deteriorated in my home church, how it caused the whole church to deteriorate, especially after Pastor Moore passed, who is Savant Moore's father. I grew up under his father as a pastor, and when he passed, you seen people's true motives and stuff in the church. Yeah. Because he was a perfect, they say like
he was holding people accountable.
Yeah. he was sweet and sour. So he was tough, but we knew that he loved us.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he was very much understood. He
Yeah.
was tough, but hard to go, And so, but it's important to bridge that gap between the seniors and the youth, because the seniors have the experience that the youth need to learn from,
Yeah.
and the youth understand the future that's coming that the seniors will live in if they continue to live. It's vital that there be a bridging of that gap. And in a political world and community today, that middle age, that community leader group, when LeBron James is who you look to as a community leader, no shade to LeBron, but no, we it's a reason why. I mean, even Malcolm said, these entertainers and stuff, don't look to them as your, not saying that they weren't smart or anything, but
Right.
you need people like Dick Gregory gave up being a comedian to be a true community activist.
Yep.
So is when you talk about the changing of the guard and stuff like that, we need those community leaders again, like real, true, selfless, because those people in the civil rights movement, they would lay down their life.
Yeah.
They marched. They were real and true about what they were doing as community leaders. Nowadays, people just do stuff for a platform, to get more views, to get more likes, clicks, stuff like that. Even journalism has gone down. There used to be journalistic integrity, where if you watch the news, you can, for the most part, trust what's going on in there. Now people just want to be the first to break something, whether it's true or not. So we have to get back to true integrity in our community leaders, selfless, truly being leaders. And I know it's a tough thing, because can you imagine what it's like for Martin Luther King, that moment when he realized that the civil rights movement will be on his shoulders? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? And I always said that Coretta Scott King was the strongest and most important person in that movement, his wife.
Yeah.
Because there were so many times she could have left him and broke up that family.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But she saw the movement was bigger than a flawed man.
Yeah.
And she stayed.
Yeah.
And she held it together.
Yeah.
We don't have people selfless like that anymore.
No, not at all.
People aren't selfless. And I'm not saying that Martin Luther King was right. What I'm saying is she was strong.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is she had vision.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is she was just as important as he was.
Yeah.
She was his backbone, for real.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's what we're missing. We talk about changing the guard, changing it to selfless people, selfless, strong people, because that's what Christ did. He laid down his life.
Yeah.
Right.
And if husbands should love their wives as Christ loved the church, that means he would lay down his life for his wife, for his family.
Yeah.
Right.
So the community leaders need to be at the point to realize, because that's what they did with Dr. King, right? They all dressed up alike, so somebody know what he looked like. He may not be the one to get taken out. They were willing to risk their lives for their leader. That's what we need is people to be selfless and think of the community, because everything didn't happen in Dr. King's day. He didn't live to see it, but he knew that. That's why I was talking about his kids living in a world like that. But we're so selfish today that we got to be for us too.
Yeah.
But Jesus died for people who wasn't even born yet too.
Right.
So we need these selfless leaders in politics again. People we need a community that's not afraid to not just, because I think a lot of people who aren't afraid to go out there, because we've seen all the protests and all this and that, but to be fearless for the right reasons.
Yeah.
To be fearless for a common true goal.
Right.
And I think that's what we need when we talk about changing of the guard, is we need to change back to a community where men were men.
Yeah.
Women were the strong women beside them.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
Yeah.
Is to get back to that.
All right. You got anything to say about that?
Hey, no, he summed it up. Summed it up pretty good. Yeah, he summed it up. Definitely. So.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a break and then we'll come back with Awakening with Jennifer.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Awakening.
Good segue there.